What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna talk about my top 5 captain picks for this game week, Gameweek 31. It's definitely not the easiest week to choose a captain, but I think there are some quite decent options. But just before I get into my captain picks, I'm just gonna tell you that, as promised, I'm gonna upload a final team selection for my wildcard team this week, and I'm probably gonna upload it tomorrow. If you saw earlier a couple of days ago, I made a wildcard like first drafts team selection, and I've been playing around a lot during this week. Like I've been on the mobile app so much, just playing around with the team, trying to find the best possible team selection for me, and I think I'm getting close to finding the team that I'm actually going to go for. So I'll probably make a video with my final team selection tomorrow, so make sure to check that out, because I know a lot of you guys are probably using wildcard this week as well. So without further ado, let's just get into this. So I think the first obvious game to target this week is of course Manchester City against Leeds. I mean, on paper it's just the best team or the best game to target, because City is the best team. Leeds always concede goals. They've been decent defensively the last couple of games, but they haven't played really good opponents. So I think definitely City's gonna win. The only thing about City is that it's so hard to predict who's gonna play, because they are playing in the Champions League. They only won 2-1, which means that they really have to play a really strong team in the second leg to make sure that they actually go through. And they also have the FA Cup, they have they have so many cups and games and stuff going on. So it's really difficult to predict. Obviously the best choice would be Kevin De Bruyne probably. Even Mahrez I like a lot. Gündogan. I think one of those three would be my essential picks. But since all of them did play in the Champions League, and they're probably gonna be needed in the second leg against Dortmund, because they are so good for the team. I think that it's just a big risk going for one of them, especially if you're on the wild card and you want to take 1 week punt that I'm gonna do. It's a risk to take them in, because they might not even play at all. So I think Raheem Sterling, because he didn't play in Champions League, might be the safe option to go for, because who knows, maybe he doesn't play at all, because there seems to be some kind of disconnection between him and Pep, because he hasn't started a lot recently at all. But I think of all the players you can choose from, that seems like the safe option. I think Raheem Sterling or maybe Aguero will probably start against Leeds. So I think Raheem Sterling is a decent option. It's not a player I rate a lot. I really don't think he is an amazing player. But for City, probably gonna score a lot. He's gonna be like one of the main men up top. I think that he might get a goal or two, at least some attacking returns this game. So I think that he's a good option. The second one is gonna be Mason Mount. I think that Chelsea against Crystal Palace, they really need to rebound, come back from the defeat against West Bromwich. Crystal Palace, I mean, they were okay against Everton. Everton could have scored a lot more goals than they did. They only scored 1 goal. But I think Chelsea is definitely going to go all in attack. And Mason Mount is probably the main man in the Chelsea attack right now. Like he looks really, really good. And Tuchel, the coach, made some really good comments about Mason Mount, saying that he wished he could play like every minute all the time, because he really likes him. So I think Mason Mount is a really good option for if you want to target the Chelsea Crystal Palace game. Then you could go for Salah. They're playing against Aston Villa. Aston Villa are good defensively, so I'm personally not going to go for Salah. I want to have Salah in my team for the wild card, but I'm probably going to leave him out for 1 week for a City player, and then get him in for Gameweek 32. So I'm not going to captain a Liverpool player this week, I don't think, because I don't think Jota might get 90 minutes. But Salah is a decent option. He started to score again. He scored 2 goals in 2 games in a row now, both in the Champions League and in the league. And he's a decent option. It's Salah, you know. he can score from anything, but he also has had a really dry spell, so I wouldn't trust him too much. I want to see him continue his form a little bit more. But of all the options you have this week, I think Salah is definitely a decent one. Definitely. You can also go for Jota if you want. I'm not really sure how many minutes he will get though, but as we saw against Arsenal, he only needed 30 minutes to score 2 goals, so it could still be a decent option. Then we have Bruno Fernandes. I think United is playing Tottenham, and I think that this game could either be like a 0-0, because United usually plays really low scoring games against the top 6 teams, or it could be quite a lot of goals, because Tottenham's defense is just crap. It's so bad, and I think that United definitely has a good chance of scoring. and Fernandes is just always involved in. It seems like he's always involved in United's goals. So I think that he's a good option. Obviously, you go for Kane if you want to go the other way. If you think that Tottenham is going to score against United, Kane is probably going to be involved in the goals that Tottenham scores. So I think Kane or Fernandes is decent option. Definitely not the best options because they are playing against each other and two pretty decent teams. But I think they are a decent option. And out of Kane and Bruno Fernandes, I would probably prefer Bruno Fernandes in this game because he is a really reliable FPL option. And I think that Tottenham's defense is not even slightly more, but a lot more crap than United's defense. Like Tottenham can't keep a clean sheet to save their own life, pretty much. They're so bad. So I think Bruno Fernandes is an okay option. Then we have maybe the most like differential pick, or if you would call that. Alexander Lacazette, like, okay, so this might be a bit controversial because Arsenal are shit. They were so bad against Liverpool. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I mean, it's just, yeah, I wish I never supported that team because they're just so crap. They were so bad against Liverpool. They weren't even close. They weren't even close scoring a goal. The only reason why I'm even including an Arsenal player is because they are playing Sheffield United, the bottom team in the league. They're so bad as well. And Arsenal really need to get back now from losing against Liverpool, not even standing a chance in that game. Arteta is going to be under pressure, not from the board because they're going to keep keeping the team, but from the fans and everyone. They're really frustrated and they want Arsenal to bounce back now. So I think they're going to try to go all in for this game. And it is a good game to try to rebound for because Sheffield United is really bad. So I think if you want to go for an Arsenal player, if you want to just target fixtures, Arsenal player could be good. And I think that Alexander Lacazette, if he plays, which I think he will, because he's the main striker in Arsenal right now, much better form than Aubameyang. I think that he is the one to go for. So I would probably target him. If you're gonna wildcard, I would not go for an Arsenal player right now. A lot of people are probably gonna go for Lacazette. I would not do it. But if you have Lacazette in your team already, could be a good differential pick for this week. But as I said, it's kind of risky. I think all these are kind of risky. I would probably go for a City player regardless. If you have a City player that you think is gonna play, go for it. Otherwise, just go for one of the safe options, or not the safe option, but one of the reliable options, like Bruno Fernandes or whatever. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will upload my wildcard team selection tomorrow, so make sure to check that out, and let me know if you have any questions.